everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to episode 4 of Pythoncraft. Got a whole load of stuff that I want to do in today's episode. Exploring that Nether Fortress is the first thing we're going to do. The second thing I think I'd quite like to do is to start making some pathways, or more specifically, roadways that will connect up our bases and build together. Since we seem to be going for a little bit of a semi-industrial, semi-rundown kind of feel, I feel like roads would actually work better than pathways. So, before we get on with any of that, I just want to say, of course, a huge thank you for all of the incredible support you guys are showing for this series. Last episode actually reached over 1,100 likes again. If I may as well, I just want to promote a couple of things that I don't normally promote. First of all, channel memberships have been re-enabled on this channel, so if you're interested in becoming a member and thus gaining access to my YouTube members only Discord, or maybe you want to go for the tier where you get your name shown on the end card at the end of my videos. If you're interested in any of that, head on over to my channel page and click the join button. If you are already a member here though, I just want to say again, thank you. That kind of support really, truly goes a heck of a long way. The next thing I want to mention is I do still have Minecraft live streams going on over on my Pythonator channel. My plan is to let the current Minecraft Hardcore live stream series over there play out, and then upon that series finishing, or I die in that world, at that point forward, all Minecraft content, streams and all, would be posted on Python MC. So everything will be in-house again eventually. So at the time of this video going out, the next Minecraft Hardcore live stream will actually be tomorrow at 7 PM BST. There's going to be a link on screen if you're interested in checking out that live streamed hardcore series. And then finally, just the typical annoying YouTuber stuff. Drop a like if you're still excited for these episodes and you want to support the channel. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here and you don't want to miss out on my future content. And if you do want to go one further with your support, head on over to pythongb.com/PC if you're in the market for a brand new gaming PC. So just a couple final preparations to get done. Getting myself a whole bunch more bread. We get our golden helmet on, just so we are able to stay invisible to the piglins. The only thing we don't really have is a great deal of arrows. We have 3. That's not a lot, is it? We might be able to take down maybe 1 ghast with that. But anyways, here we go, my friends. Pop it into the nether, and we're going to go for that Nether Fortress, and we're going to see what kind of epic stuff we can find. I can already see quite an amount of wither skellies over there, which is kind of awesome. So, I think the first thing we need to do is we need to try and figure out a way to actually get over to the fortress in the first place. I'm thinking a little basalt bridge. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, that guy was too shy. Excellent. Man, oh man, do we have to be careful. We do not have access to fire res potions just yet, so we're gonna have to be at least reasonably careful. Boom. 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 Come on then, final hit. Boom. Dead. Okay, excellent. Right. Roll up here. I can hear wither skellies literally everywhere. And I am scared to death of that. But anyways, here we are. Great risk, great reward. We have a... No! Oh my goodness. This is one of the rarer armor trims in the game. I normally have great difficulty finding the rib armor trim within Nether Fortresses, and literally the first chest we find. That's gonna deserve a like right there. Come on! What kind of luck is that? Astronomically good luck. That's what that was. Hell yeah! Alright, what have we got here? More with a skelly butts. We also have ourselves a big old nether wart plant area. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some of these bad boys up. But if you folks who are interested in how I actually roam these fortresses and manage to find my way around, for any areas that go to dead ends, I simply block them off. Also, upon entering the fortress, I'll normally go ahead and put down a little arrow formation of torches, just so I know where the way out is. So, yeah, all of that together, and we'll never get lost. All right, what have we got here? Ooh, gold. Don't mind if I do. Is it weird that above all else, what I'm really looking for is actually iron? We have literally no iron left. I used it all on the lanterns in the last episode to finish off the storage factory. Ah, yeah. Another section of the Nether Fortress. We've got some more chests. Oh, snappers. So what have we got in here? A bunch of nether warts and a whole bunch of other stuff. The saddle is pretty appreciated, though. I could finally put a saddle back on me donkey. Oh, that doesn't look dangerous at all now, does it? Right, let's just take down this individual first. Come on now. Boom. Done and dusted. Right. Oh, there's another one. I did not know there were more than one with the skeletons here. Okay. Here we go. Oh, there's two of these guys. Oh, gee whiz. All right, come on then. Do your thing. Boom, boom, boom. Slapped. Dead and dead. Excellent. More advancements for your boy and some diamond horse armor as a reward. I mean, come on. That's not bad, is it? And here we are, emerging into the outside section. There's a blaze spawner right up there. That's kind of cool. There's a bunch of wither skelly dudes over there. And honestly, I think I'd like to prioritize... Oh, dear. Don't activate, please. Oh, there's another blaze spawner! Unfortunately, these two spawners are actually too far apart. There's no area in the middle where I can stand, and both spawners will be activated. Like, we go over there, boom. We have ourselves some blazes. We go over here, boom. There we are, blazes. Ah, that's frustrating. Not quite the end of the fortress, though, by the looks of it. There's all these little avenues to explore. That looks a bit dangerous, though, it has to be said. Well, the bottom line of it is none of these avenues really lead to anything interesting, so I'm going to call this Nether Fortress explored. I think we've just about gone through every nook and cranny here. We haven't done too bad in terms of loot, though. I mean, the star of the show, let's be honest, is the rib armor trim. That is just so incredible to have this early on in the game. So then, my friends, I think it's time to go home with our heads held high. We've got lots of epic stuff. So then, time for a well-deserved snooze, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get on with coming up with a bit of a road design. I think I've already got one in mind. It requires andesite and white concrete powder. So that means, of course, grabbing ourselves a whole bunch of sand and then a whole bunch of, what, bone meal for white dye. The good news is I do actually have a supply of bones. Whether it's going to be enough remains to be seen. Alright, so I've got myself a small supply of gravel just from the nearby coastline. And now we're going to make ourselves a whole bunch of white concrete powder. The white concrete powder, of course, is going to act basically as the markings that you typically get on road surfaces. So there we go. Actually, I might be able to make myself another stack. That would be pretty cool, actually. There we are, 2 stacks of white concrete powder. Right, andesite. That's something I'm going to be needing a lot more of, though. So I guess it's back down to the caves. There we are, lovely andesite. I knew there was a whole bunch of it near the surface of our massive cave entrance. How many stacks of this are we going to need? I have no idea, I'll be honest with you. All right, so just over 4 stacks of andesite later, I think we're just about ready to get this thing underway. So here's the plan. We're going to have ourselves a 5-block wide road, 2 blocks either side of the road markings, and then we're going to have ourselves maybe a line of leaves running alongside it. So we're going to leave this dirt here, but we're going to start digging out all of this, rather like so. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we're kind of going for a sort of semi-industrial kind of vibe around here, so I really do feel like this is the way to go. So we're going to start off with the andesite as sort of the main road material, and then I'm thinking the white concrete powder as the road markings. And yeah, I mean, this will probably do the job quite nicely, something like that. And yes, of course, since we are trying our best to use different resources, or, you know, adding a little bit of texture variation to our builds, I will of course go ahead and messy this road up, maybe with some tuff, maybe some other closely colored textures. I think that'd be a nice way to go, to be fair. What we're also going to be doing is, instead of just flattening out the land a whole bunch, we're actually going to make the road go uphill hills if there so happens to be any hills. That way it looks just a little bit more natural, I guess. Here we are, bit of a progress update. Got a whole bunch of the road placed down. Obviously, over this side, we need to turn a corner, so we're going over this way. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes. I think for now, though, what I'd like to do is figure out how I'm going to connect our bases and builds to the road. I mean, something like this would probably do the job quite nicely, my friends. And then for this one over here, of course, this time we're going up a little bit. So I'm thinking some slabs are in order, but that's neither here nor there. We can get that done real quick, like. Am I the only one who thinks that what should be out the front here now is maybe a couple of fountains or something? I feel like that would really finish this place off. And then, of course, just bone meal the grass. Maybe sprout some trees up. All that kind of stuff. Re-add the nature to the area, as it were. And then I think this place would be, like, properly officially finished. Even though it's been finished for a while. Getting the exterior done would really finish it, though. To finish the road off, though, and I can't believe I'm about to do this, I'm going to spend my last 2 remaining ingots on a pair of shears. Yep. What can I say? I'm a builder. So I think what we'll do is we'll grab ourselves a bit of a mix mash of birch leaves and oak leaves. That way, once again, we can add a little bit of texture variation to what we're doing here. But yeah, we've got to grab ourselves a whole bunch of leaves first. There we are. Even just a 1 block high basic lining on the edge of the road makes it look far better. Of course, we're not just going to keep it like this, though. We are going to go further. For example, on the junction here, maybe in the corner, we could have ourselves some tough bricks, and maybe these will host, I don't know, maybe a lamppost or something? That could probably be a good way to go. You know what? In addition to lampposts, I think what could also go quite well are a bunch of little, like, glowstone sconces? I don't know if that's the right word, but hopefully you get what I mean. Basically, the glowstone will be hosted upon the tuff that we had just placed down, and then we'll surround the glowstone with maybe some trap doors. And then, yeah, as a result, it kind of mutes the texture of the glowstone a little bit, right? You know what? I've just had an even better idea pop into my head. Daylight detectors above redstone lamps. That way, we've got automatic lighting in our emerging settlement. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, panic, panic, panic. Oh, thank goodness for that. The lava just flowed down there instead of continuing to kill me. Go on, get out of here. So that's the quartz for the daylight detector sorted out. Can I actually make them? Yeah, I can. Okay, so it's 3 slabs, 3 quartz, 3 glass. And now I've just come to realize that we don't have any redstone, in fact, at all. We haven't really gone on like a full-on mining trip, have we? We've only done sort of very basic mining. So then, once again, it's back down to the caves, and we're going to go quite deep down this time. We need to find some redstone. You know what? Instead of us keeping on and having to come over to this big old cave entrance, maybe it's about time we dug ourselves out a mine shaft nearby our base, or perhaps even in our base. I think in the episode 1 base, there's a little bit of a space towards the back. We could quite easily get a ladder shaft down there. Anyway, for now, we do indeed have ourselves some redstone down here, so let's grab ourselves a bunch. We're not going to need a great deal. I think it's, what, 4 redstone dust per redstone lamp, I believe. So already we have enough. So back to base we go. That didn't take very long. So redstone lamp, daylight detector, and we switch it to night mode, so it only comes on at night. So let's do that again. And we're going to do another one over hither. And one right here as well. All right. I think that looks pretty good. The only thing is, if we were to put trapdoors surrounding the redstone lamps, the daylight detector would activate those trapdoors, thus opening them. So maybe we just go without trapdoors here. Huh. Interesting. I always thought that rain went ahead and changed concrete powder into solid blocks, but apparently it does not. And I'm very glad that that is the case, because I really do feel like the white concrete powder goes better as a texture alongside the andesite rather than the solid block. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, with the road extended just a little bit, I believe the time has come, my friends. It's time to start messying up the texturing around here. Maybe we dig out little splodges like this, and then we try to figure out a little something. Is that the way to go, or do we want to sort of inverse that, in that we have the cobblestone on the inside and the top on the outside? Yeah, this is the sort of roughest texture here, followed by sort of a semi-rough texture, and then, I mean, as rough as the normal andesite is, it's the smoothest out of the three textures. So if you think about it in terms of, like, a roughness gradient, I think we've got it the right way round. And here's the thing, we could probably get away with adding in some bigger splodges of rough textures. Will you get out of here, sir? And then, yeah, as a result, this is going to be looking pretty good. Will you go away? I do believe the time has come to have a bit of a snooze, eh? All right, be gone, foul rain. I don't want none of your nonsense and all the freaking badness that you bring. Right, so this is what we've got going on. I think it's looking pretty good. Maybe some of the splodges can just be sort of in the middle. We can have, like, I don't know, something like this, just every now and again. And that should messy up the textures quite nicely. Maybe, now here's an idea. Maybe what we could do is add a bit of dirt in some places. Would that messy it up? I think it would. But I'm thinking maybe coarse dirt instead might be the way to go. So let's just give that theory a go. We place that down there. Maybe even we could place down a bit of long grass or even double tall grass on there. And I think it would look pretty good. So that's the splodges added. Maybe just every now and again we could just have like a randomized rough texture. Or should I say tough texture? But maybe they be limited a little bit more sort of to the sides of the road. And then on rarer occasions, maybe we could just sort of mix in some cobblestone as well. Maybe we can have a little bit right there. Maybe a little bit sort of here. Oh, turns out I had shears in my valuables chest this whole time. I didn't need to spend those 2 iron ingots before. But then again, I'm kind of thankful that I've got all of these leaves and still some shears so I can work on, you know, slicing up some of this long grass to use elsewhere. Yeah. So, here we go. Just every now and again, we'll have ourselves a bit of long grass. Maybe some of it can be double tall. I think that could be double tall. This one could be single tall. This one I think could be double tall. To finish off the building today, I think what I'd like to do is make a tiny little sort of mini pathway going from here to the entrance to the storage factory over here. And then maybe even a tiny little wooden type dock thing. Only we've got a tiny bay here. I feel like a little wooden dock seems like the natural way to go, right? So yeah, it means we're not going to have 2 fountains out the front here. We're just going to have the one on the left. Although maybe we don't have fountains. Maybe we just have trees. I don't know. I'm still a bit undecided on that front. All I do know is Mr. Donkey needs to move on out. So I guess for now, maybe I just make another horse hole. Oh, hey there, Mr. Turtle. Come to visit, have you? Oh, wait, no, I know what this guy's game is. If you think you're stealing my boat, you got another thing coming, bud. Wait, is he still trying to go for the boat? Whoa. Go away. I don't want you robbing my boat. It's my boat. There we go. Something even as simple as this would do the job. So now we can park our boat up and then we can get on land and then all is well. And now what we could do, of course, is we can meander this pathway around to this area. You know what? I've got a pretty cool idea as to how I can line the edges of the coastline here. I'm thinking maybe 1 layer of sand and then we go at it with the grass and the leaves to sort of border everything off. What can I say? I am embracing my inner terraformer, landscaper, whatever the terminology is. Yeah. So yeah, something like this. Even just a 1 block lining of sand. I think that could make this look quite good, actually. So let's place down a bunch of leaves to start lining off this area, and then within all of this grass area, we could probably start bone mealing the ground and getting ourselves a whole bunch of nature back into this area. Yeah, buddy, this is starting to really get somewhere, isn't it? So then here's what I'm thinking. We start going at it with some saplings and some bone meal, add a little bit of life to this area. Maybe, for example, at the front here, I'm thinking maybe just a nice basic birch tree. Around the edge here, I'm thinking a nice little... Ah, that's not tall enough. I like to be able to run underneath my trees. Oh, I've said it before time and time again. I really wish that the minimum height for an oak tree was 5 wood logs tall. These 4 wood log tall trees... Nah, they just don't cut the mustard. They're more frustrating than anything else to work with. And it just gave me another one back to back. And now we're at a bone meal. I guess we're going to have to go on a bit of a mob rampage then, aren't we? Good day to you, sir. Right, boom. Ah, dead, dead. Ah, you got some fancy shoes on, have you? Well, unfortunately, it's not going to do much for you. Wow, he actually dropped them and his bow. Ha! That's not bad. I can't believe I'm literally risking my life just so that I can restore nature to my settlement area. I mean, what can I say? I like to go that extra mile. So 13 bones, creating 39 bone meal. I think that's a pretty respectable amount to be getting on with, my friends. So let's get back to Operation Nature. And now for my favorite part, bone mealing the ground. Restoring nature, 1 bone meal at a time. Heck yeah. Nature has been spreaded, and now we're going to add in some random bushes. And I think underneath some of the bushes, maybe I'll add in a little bit of semi-hidden lighting as well. Yeah, seems like a good way to go. And there we go. Little random bushes and lighting have been added, thus sort of tying off this little settlement area here. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Like, really, I do. I really like the little sand outline here as well. I think that really ties this area off. Anyway, enough tooting me own horn. Of course, if you guys have any suggestions or feedback regarding what we've done today, head down to the comments area. I'll do my best to read all the comments. But for now, it's time to wrap up the episode with some well-deserved shout-outs and the comment of the day. First of all, I'd like to give a shout-out to M. Kaiser for the €11.99 donation since the last episode. I really appreciate that support. It goes a long, long way. And, of course, finally, we have the comment of the day. Hollow Earth says, idea for the storage facility. Decorated pots. They can store stuff now. Even if you don't store anything in them, they make for great decor. Yes, they most certainly do, don't they? We need to get started on our pottery sherds collection, don't we? Unbelievably, I don't have any clay left over, so I can't go ahead and make myself some decorated pots. But I think what I'll do in the next episode, or as part of next episode, is, yeah, we'll finish off the interior of our storage factory. Flower pots, decorated pots, armor stands, all that kind of stuff. I think it could all work really well in here. But yeah, for now, that is going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you for the comment of the day. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate all of you folks for watching today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, I would very much appreciate it, of course, if you'd head down beneath the video and spent a second to drop a like. It really helps get these videos out there on YouTube. And more than anything, it'd mean the world to me. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ding that bell if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, look at my settlement. It's looking good. I cannot wait to expand upon this as well. I'm so chuffed at how good it looks. I really am. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for all of your lovely support. And I shall see you folks in the next episode. Bye-bye!